have to say that it was a great experience working with BMW Design. So they gave us a total freedom for creativity because they really trusted our skill, our capacity of interpreting their design identity and their design values. They know exactly what is BMW, what has been BMW Design on history and how it will become. But they really wanted to have an experiment and say, let's see what a worldwide recognized design firm like Pininfarina with this typical philosophy based on purity, on elegance, could do associated to a BMW design approach. So it was a Pininfarina-led design, and they just participate from time to time just by making sure that what we were doing was not going against the BMW identity. So they let us the maximum freedom as far as we could keep inside what they would still recognize as BMW. And one of the interesting discussions we had with Adrian Van Noyden and Karim Habib was to understand where Pininfarina finish and when BMW start. And we always discuss, if we do that, is still Pininfarina or start to become a BMW? They said, no, you do a Pininfarina. And we try to make sure that what you do still is a BMW. If what you do is not a BMW, we will tell you. And if you feel that what we are telling you is no longer a Pininfarina, please tell us, because you are leading the thing. And that was great. It was a great experience, and I think the result is by far much more valuable than the simple sum of already the good value of two prestigious brands. So 1 + 1, it makes 3. That's the Gran Lusso.
Well, you know, we have a process where we basically went step by step. And each one of us had the opportunity to step back at any time. And we really found out through the process that we think alike on a lot of things. And that we actually can complete each other in many ways, you know. And I definitely felt personally like I could learn a lot from Pininfarina and from Fabio and his team. But I definitely had the feeling, I know that it was the same for him as well. And through that sort of common respect for each one's field, each one's expertise, I do think we came up with something at the end that is really more than the sum of these two entities. It was a really great project, a really fun project, because it's not something we have to do. It's something we decide to do because we believe that there's a certain spirit that we want to achieve together. I think the most important thing is really, as you know from BMW, first of all, proportions. I think we worked very hard on the right proportions. I think when you look at this, it's really clear, clean cab rearward proportions, long hood, short front overhang, but also the proportions of sort of the stance of the car. It's very, we actually called the design theme, if you will, or the proportions of the design theme, a high water line. Because if you see like the core of the car, the shoulder line, it's very high. So it's a lot about very pure lines, even if they're edges or if they're reflections on the car, being stretched from side to side and very high. So creating a lot of status, and at the same time, because of this stretch, and really my favorite part in this car, fantastic sensuous surfaces, you know. The combination of these two really create pure elegance and plain and simple beauty.
The Gran Lusso Coupé is a very handsome motor car.